What's up, guys, and welcome back to the Blue Side FC channel. I'm Nia Martin. I hope you're all doing great. I hope you had a good Christmas. And yeah, Chelsea is back, the EPL is back, the World Cup is over, and now it's time to come back to club level football. And yeah, what an exciting weekend it was. It was a very, very exciting couple of days, because all the games were very, very exciting. The goals, it just felt like the World Cup never happened. It just felt like everything has resumed, because the teams that were in form before the World Cup were still in form. They still performed, they still did well. So and that was my worry. That was one of my main worries going into this game, because I was hoping that we don't resume our form, because I saw how teams were resuming their form, and those who were good before the World Cup were good. So I was just hoping that we change the form that we were on, because we were on a 3-game loss streak before the World Cup. Fortunately, we didn't continue. Fortunately, we won. We beat Bournemouth by 2-0, and yeah, I hope that this boosts our confidence, because we have tough fixtures coming up, and I'm hoping that this boosts our morale a bit. Overall, it was good. Overall, we won. We wanted a win. Most of us wanted a win, whether it was a 1-0 win, 2-0 win, 3-0 win, whatever it was. I just wanted a win, and the way we won to was also good, because we also dominated majority of the game too as well. So yeah, so let's get straight into it. So the game started. I think Graham Potter started with a 4-3-3 formation. The lineup was good. I didn't have any complaints. He started with Kepa and goal, Silva, Koulibaly, center midfield, Cucurella on the left. James returned after his injury. He couldn't go to the World Cup, but he returned for this game, and we'll talk more about James in the review. And then Mount, Jorginho, Zakaria in the midfield, and then Pulisic, HAVERTZ, Sterling in attack. And this is a very good lineup. There was nothing really to complain about, to be honest. So I didn't see much complaints. A lot of people were happy about the lineup, and I think Zakaria started because Kovacic is still on break, because both him and Ziyech haven't returned to the squad yet. I'm very, very sure by the next game or the next 2 games they will be back. They got the semi-finals of the World Cup, so they had a shorter break, so it was extended for them. They'll see that out before they come. Yeah, so the lineup was good. We started the game well. We started the game very, very well, to be honest. Like the energy, the pace, everything was good. Like in the first 30 minutes, it was all Chelsea, and the goals too came in the first 30 minutes. The first goal was neatly worked. Mount found Sterling on the right, and then Sterling was able to cross it and find HAVERTZ, and HAVERTZ came with a sliding finish. He was able to put it on the right hand side, or the opposite direction of the Bournemouth keeper, and it was a good finish, a very, very good finish. He was happy, he was excited. I think he was one of the players who did very well in the World Cup. In the final game for Germany, he scored 2 goals, and he's still in form. He's still in very, very good form, and I'm hoping that it continues throughout the season, because we really, really need it. And that was a very good goal, very, very good goal, and I was happy about it. How can we not be happy? Because we couldn't score a goal before the World Cup, so now we are scoring, and it's good. And even before that, I think we could have that could have been our second goal, because had a chance before that, and we didn't take it. I think if we had better finishing in this game, we could have won this game by 4 or 5 goals, because I don't think Bournemouth offered that much of a threat. In the second half, they changed the game a bit. They were attacking more, especially getting to the end of the game, but overall we dominated it. We dominated the game, and I felt like we would have won more, but 2-0 is alright. We won, and that's all that matters. And that was a very, very good goal from Kai Havertz. It was good. It built our momentum, and after that too, we didn't relax. Some of the things that we had issues with previously, but this game, it seemed like we were energetic. The team was well motivated. They were just going in and attacking. And like I said, if we could finish those chances, like we wouldn't have a problem. We wouldn't have a problem at all going into the second half. So after that, and then the second goal came in the 24th minute. I think it was Mount who found Zakaria first, and I thought Zakaria should have shot immediately, but he didn't. I think he wanted to dribble before he shoots. He couldn't get a clear chance at goal, and then it fell to HAVERTZ, and HAVERTZ passed to Mount, and Mount bent it beautifully around the defenders and into the bottom right corner of the goal, and the keeper couldn't do anything about it, because the keeper was rooted in the middle. It was rooted more to the left, and Mount was able to bend it, and Mount did very very well in this game. He honestly did very very well in this game. I think he won the man of the match, even at the end of it. So he did very very well, and yet he has received a lot of criticism in this year, in this season. Even his whole Chelsea career in the senior team, he has received a lot of criticism. A lot of people don't like Mount. Because they feel like he's an English player and he's being favored. I don't think he's being favored, but I would say that some of the criticism that he got this season was warranted, because I don't think he started the season very very well. I don't agree with the abuse that he has been getting. The abuse has been getting is just outrageous, but the criticism, yes, because I feel like the goal that he scored, he has had many chances like that this season where I felt like he should have taken a shot. He could have tried and taken a shot, but sometimes you pass it, sometimes you take it back. So sometimes he was not taking his chances this season, but I feel like now the confidence is there, the motivation is there. I want to see them do more going to the rest of the games, because like I said, we have tough fixtures coming up, so he has to really step up, and I'm hoping that he steps up, and I'm hoping that he does well, because he did well in this game. He did very very well in this game, and I'm hoping that he continues to build on it too as well. And it was a beautiful goal, a very very beautiful goal, and yeah, I hope we see more from Mount. There was a chance too that I felt the keeper, I don't know what the referee was doing. I don't know why he gave a foul, because Havertz was through on goal, and then I think it was a 50-50 chance. Two players came together, him and the Bournemouth player defender came together, and then Pulisic pounced on a loose ball and scored. But the referee had already whistled for a free kick against Havertz. I don't know why he did that. After watching the replay, you don't see anything wrong that Havertz did, because they came together. He was running for the ball, and the former player also coming towards him, and then they collided and then they fell. So I don't know why he rather gave it to Bournemouth. He gave it against Chelsea, but I felt like that goal should have stood, because Pulisic too had a very good game. I think he had a very good game. I think seeing the players in their natural position helped a lot, and Pulisic was one of the players who benefited a lot from this system and this lineup too as well. So I think it should have stood, but it is done, and we went to the halftime leading 2-0. Second half was different. The second half, we were not dominating as we were in the first half. The second half, Bournemouth came in more, and then like just in the after first half, I think after the 50th minute, 53rd minute or so, James had an injury and he was taken off, right? And you could see that when he went down, you see his reaction. He covered his face. I think he was crying underneath, and you could see that he knew that he wasn't going to continue, wasn't able to continue. And yeah, and the news that came out too later on was that the injury had reoccurred again. The injury that he just recovered from has appeared again. And yeah, I think Graham Potter said at the end of the game that he wasn't supposed to play the full game. He was supposed to play like 60 minutes or so, and he went off in the 53rd minute. So that was very close to the time that Graham Potter had planned on subbing him off. But I don't know what with Reece James. I don't know Reece James. He's so good, and when he was in the game, you could see the difference he was making. Even before the first half ended, he had a shot on target that he could have even scored, but the keeper saved it. And the guy is good. And even the second half, when he went off, Bournemouth came into the game more, because when they were now using the channel that he was occupying. Aspi came in and Aspi did well, but you can see that Aspi's pace isn't there anymore like it used to. So the Bournemouth players were taking advantage a lot. Just that their finishing was very poor. Like they could have gotten a goal before the game ended, but when James went off, things changed a bit. But we're still dominating, not as much as the first half, but we're still dominating. We got some chances in the second half that I feel like we should have buried. Sterling up front. Sometimes when you're watching Sterling, sometimes you can be the happiest fan ever watching Sterling. Sometimes you can be the most frustrating viewing. And all the decisions that he was making, sometimes you see that Sterling is running in on goal, and then he stops and then he cuts back and then he passes the ball sideways, and I don't know what he was doing. And sometimes these are small ones. The first half he did very well. The first half, the entire attack, they were fantastic. But in the second half, I don't know why Sterling was indecisive like that, and that's always been his problem. I just hope that he doesn't continue this thing for the next games too as well. But yeah, but overall he was alright. Havertz also had some chances getting to the end. We got a counter attack and Sterling was free, and I thought Havertz was going to pass to Sterling, and he cut it back and he passed to Gallagher, and Gallagher squandered the chance. And it's one of those things. One of those things that sometimes when you are playing against a bigger squad or a much better squad, you can see that they will take advantage of these things. If we don't take our chances, they will take their chances and then they will beat us. So these are the kind of things that we need to work on. And I like Potter's behavior, Potter's attitude. He felt like a different manager, felt like a different coach. He has had time to rest, he has had time to think, he has had time to re-strategize, and I hope that we see results. We see results as well. So started the game in the 9th position, and fortunately we are now in the 8th position. We have to get to top 4. As for the league, is gone. The battles between Man City and Arsenal, I think Newcastle too is in there, but as for the league, is gone. So we have to focus on getting top 4. And yeah, this was a good start. Getting 3 points and climbing up the ladder was a very, very good start. So yeah, so that's been it for my review of the Chelsea Bournemouth game. This is the last game of the year. It's a good way to end the year. 3 points in the bag at Stamford Bridge, two goals, clean sheet. Beautiful way to end the year. And yeah, grateful for everything that's happened this year. I started this channel this year. Grateful for all the subscribers that have subscribed the channel. 126, 125 of you. Thank you so much for subscribing. Thank you so much for watching. If you are new here too and you like my content, please consider giving the video a like, consider subscribing to as well. And yeah, all the best in the new year, and I wish every one of you a happy new year, and I'll see you guys in the next video. So until then, stay safe.